fish like Los Conchas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we throw, we're fishing wild browns, right? And they're probably no bigger than 12 inch. 12 inches smaller usually. Maybe a few cutthroats here and there. But I'll tell you what, they hit size 12, size 10. We're throwing stuff bigger than their head,
Yeah.
and they're hitting it,
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you eating that? I threw a size 12 stimulator and Pecos and caught this golden trout. Oh my God, and it was just amazing, that he took this giant fly. Okay, so let me show you how I just want to show you how I make that body because it's very cool. I'm gonna get a needle and then we're gonna show you how to do this, okay? Let's see. Oh, I think it's in this thing. I think I got needles. I steal all my wife's stuff. See, look what I stole from her.
There you go.
And she's like, well, here's a better needle. She tells me, where, did you take my needles the other day? And I'm like, yeah, I took your needle. And they're like, huh? I was just gonna tie it in my hand, but I'll show you with the needle because most people can't do it in their hands. So I'll just show you. Okay. So essentially, what it is I'm gonna take a needle.
Pretty big eye on it.
I'm gonna put it in here, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it, like that. Okay. And I take a piece of foam, this brown foam that's about 2 millimeters thick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cut maybe about 3 millimeters or 2 millimeters square, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brown thread here. This is in preparation to put this foam on there. And I'm gonna come way over here and I start at the tip. My eyesight will let me, right? Okay. Take several wraps and I'll create there we go. So I'm gonna keep this long, but I'm gonna wrap it over here somewhere out of my way right now, okay? And now it's waiting for my foam now. So I cut my foam. I'm gonna fold it in half like this. See if my brain will do this. And you'll see that there's kind of a bumpy side. I don't know if you could really see it, but if you don't, there is a bumpy side. And what I do normally is I'll come over here and cut that corner out right there like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's like has an angle now. And I'm gonna hold it right there. And I'm gonna bring it up to the needle. And I'm gonna introduce that cup part right there. And the reason why I would cut it is to take down some of the bulk, okay? I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3 little wraps and I'm gonna pull tight, okay? Like that. Twist it. I'm gonna tug it one more time. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let out some thread and let those sprawl out like that. And I'm gonna come in between them like that. And then I move up my thread. I'm gonna pull it together again, the 2 pieces of foam. I'm gonna wrap again, 1, 2, hold it and squeeze it down again, okay? And pull it apart. Do it again. Spread it out, bring it up forward a little bit. 1, 2, and if notice as I'm pulling it forward, I'm slightly getting a little bit bigger on the segmentation, okay?
Yeah.
Pulling it apart. Going like that. And I'll go a little bit bigger. 1, 2, that one's a lot bigger now. There we go. Look at that, starting to look very buggy, huh? Going again, a little bit bigger. 1, 2. Now, if I want to do a mayfly, I just keep them pretty much small all the way through, okay? I'm doing, this is a caddis kind of body, like that. And then now, I'm going to take my whip finish. And I'm going to go ahead, and whip finish that. A couple whip finishes like that. Okay. Take my scissors. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off like that. gonna go ahead and pull it off. Little body. And roll
Wow.
it here. Making bodies. You could do a mayfly body like that, or whatever you want. So there you go. Watch. Check this out. This is what's cool when you leave that tag end like that. I can hold this and then let's see. Hold on. Moves, right? So, yeah, as you can see, that's like a mayfly body right there.
Yeah.
Segmented. Have you ever seen that before? That's cool, huh?
Way too technical.
Wow.
Isn't that
We're
neat?
making like dozens of those.
Those,
in
right?
preparation, getting ready to go
You
fishing.
could keep that if you want
Oh.
to. Isn't that pretty
That's
cool?
cool.
That's cool. And you can pull on that little thing and
It
you
is
can
very
make it move
buggy.
like that. Did you want one too? She wants one too, so I have to tie her one too.
Just one little section of making that whole fly.
I'm watching him cut. I'm about to steal that little thing that he used to cut foam.
That was.
This is cool, huh?
But it's freehanded with scissors, so I'm crooked.
Right? Did you see that little mayfly kind of body there? That's pretty
Watch
cool.
him try this on that needle.
So,
Hey,
yeah, wrap this over here. Kind of keep it out of the way, you know. That way you could make it move, right? Where did I put that piece of foam? Did I already cut it?
You did.
Must have fell or something, huh? See, that's the life of a fly tire. Oh, we'll
It's
cut.
still appears.
Is it? Ben stole my foam again. I'll just cut another piece.
It's down there by your foot to
Is
the
it?
right hand side.
Wasn't there just a moment ago. It must have been tied up in your sleeve or
Oh
something.
yeah. probably. So you know the part is the trick is to get that first tip tapered like that, so you don't build up a lot of bulk.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm just kind of taking out that corner right there. You know. And you can see it's just cut at an angle like that. You know. And then I pinch it right there and I bring it up here.
You could put a couple more segments on this and make a damsel
Did you
fly.
pull it all the way to the end of the
Yes.
needle?
Uh huh. And there it is right there.
Did you ever do that
Make it
with a
thicker
needle?
with some
No.
green or
That's
something
cool.
like that and make it a cricket's body.
Yeah, you could do that too.
What would you make the cricket's body with?
And
The same thing. You could just make it with like a darker brown or even take a marker and
you
Coloring?
could color it, yeah.
Color
You
that.
could definitely color this. Yeah, he's absolutely correct. And you can model it any way you want to, you know. So,
acrylic, clear acrylic over it to
just seal it.
slick it up.
Yeah. It starts, the more you do that kind of stuff, like he said, the more real it starts looking like these.
Wow.
And you can even make it really looking real. I'll show you a housefly here in a minute. 1, 2. Most people think it's a real fly, a real housefly. It's not. Okay, and then we're going to get a little bigger. 2. And, yeah, I think Los Pinos sells Jason flies, the realistic ones. I'm part of their pro team, that whole thing, but I invented a lot of these flies, me and my buddy Dad. If you look up like Fly Tire magazine, Japanese Fly Tire, all those English, you'll see all our fly patterns in there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and stop right there. This is a little bit bigger body.
I've been playing around tying 10 cara flies
Oh yeah.
in preparation. I got a 10 cara rod Wednesday for my birthday. So I've been.
He
When I
just
go
turned
up to those
72.
conscious, I usually use a Tenkara rod.
I was telling him we go up there and hike. He has a beautiful little Tenkara rod. It's a little 7.5 footer that you take up there, huh? God, his is so awesome. I love his. I'm jealous of him because he has that beautiful little Tenkara rod. So let me go and the reason why I'm rolling it is to relax it a little bit, you know, to make it taper a little bit, you know. And let me tug this out a little bit to take out some of that. There we go. And there we go. Gonna make it. And you could tie it. Now I could put microfittings in there as I tie it in,
Yeah.
and then it would be a mayfly. Now I could leave it thick, and I can make it a stonefly instead of tapering. Cut this thicker. But if I'm going to start cutting it thicker, like double like that, then I just cut it off and just tie it. I don't even use it. I just do it in my hands because that's just wasting time for me. I'll just do everything in my hands. I can show you. Let me show you that. See if I can find another piece of foam. It's pretty fun. Tie a fly or the body in your hand. Let's see. I know I got some foam stuff here somewhere. I was tying some hoppers the other day, so I know I have some. Here we go. There we go. I'll make it brown and orange or something like that. That'd be kind of a good color, huh? So let's see. What I normally do, depending on how thick I want it, I'll just kind of say, okay, I want it right there. Flip it over. So I got to cut it somewhere right in here. I do everything by eyesight. I don't do anything by, geez, it takes forever to measure everything, right? So, like that. So I'm making a taco, okay? It looks like a taco in a way, huh? So let me use my brown thread, which is right here. I have glasses on. And what I do here is I'll use all my fingers as much as possible because I'm trying to get the best turn I can. And I'm going to come around, do several turns here on the first turn because I have to wrap it around like if I was on the vise, right? Like that. And then I'll wrap again, like that. So now, if I want to keep that thread there, I can, or I could just get it out of the way, right? So there's my first little part, okay? So now,
what you call realistic. Mine are
so I'm going to come around to the next segment like that, okay? I'm going to pinch it right there. I'm going to come around. And there it is. I'm tying it the next segment right there, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I pinch it down again. And I'm going to come around to the next segment. This is a hopper segment, okay? So there it is, the next segment. See how I'm tying it now? I'm going to do another turnaround there, like that. Make sure it's pinched down correctly again. Come up, go around again. Try to keep it even if you possibly can. There you go. Keep repeating it.
You have to work at it.
There we go.
But I'll tell you something.
Go. As you can see, I'm making all these segments, right? And then once you get to that point right there, you can cut your thread. Let's do one more. Because tying in your hands, you want to make sure you get extra wraps because you don't know if you're going to have enough, right? So let's go ahead and go one more segment. Okay, so now we got several segments. I'm going to go ahead and pull this long.
There needs to be, see in South Dakota, they pass a law you can't have more than 10 minutes to drive. And that's it on it. Right. That's not smart. Right. Look what time it goes.
Tie it with a granny knot, huh?
Little granny knot. Okay. Okay, who has a lighter? I think I have one somewhere.
I don't have a light.
And this thing. I have a lighter right here. I like fires.
Oh, no.
That's my fire maker right there. No, we don't do much fires. Okay, so what makes this look realistic as a hopper, thing, is if you cut it at an angle here like this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna cut it. Pretty cool, huh? And then I could tie the whole fly on there, and then I tie this onto the hook, and then I start creating the rest of the hopper. And the more I do to it, and I model it with the marker and everything, it'll start looking more and more realistic. Is that pretty cool technique? That's neat
Wow.
too, huh?
Like I said, I'm in Jickamau. It's amazing if you work on it.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty neat, huh?
It
Have you
is.
seen something like that before?
No, never seen done.
Should I see it? Absolutely, yeah. And I tied some mayfly bodies too. They have them here too. Is that pretty cool or what?
It's like the tail of a turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever demos that kind of stuff. I'm going to be doing a foam class at Los Pinos here in next month. And I'm going to be teaching all these types of foam techniques. And the thing is where do you,
Those Pinos? I know where it used to be. I don't know
it's
where it
on,
is.
Cutler.
Cutler, right off of Washington.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's right by Calabash.
yeah, right next to Calibers.
Next to Calibers.
Yeah.
Gun.
Shooting range.
And when I was tying this body, you could do similar stuff too by putting several different colors of foam together. And the way you wrap it and the way you cut it, it'll really start looking like one of my realistic stoneflies right there.
Huh.
Yeah, or like this in here. It'll start looking more realistic like that. It just depends on, what you want to try to copy, Did you want to see that?
Please.